Hello, I'm Alicia, and this is brought to you by Des Moines New Age Shopping Community Center. I'm here today with Lois DeWaard. She is an awesome pet psychic and animal communicator, and she has her little buddy here that always accompanies her to shows. Super cute. So, Lois, tell me a little bit. By the way, Lois is going to be in our March 23rd and 24th fair.
That's correct.
But tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am an animal communicator as well as a pet psychic. I can connect with both living and deceased animals, as well as find out, I let you know what the animal's thinking and any specific messages that they may have for you or any specific answers to questions. And in addition to that, I recently began using spirit animal oracle cards and animal tarot cards as an additional service for people. So if you don't have an animal, I can certainly give you information from an animal's perspective. And animals do have a lot of wisdom for us if we're just willing to listen to what they will say. And I find that the cards help me share that wisdom with anyone, regardless of whether they have a pet or a horse at home.
Well, another nice thing is too, now don't you connect with totem animals as well that people have?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. And everybody's got a totem animal. They're kind of
we all do.
The ground pounders of the spirit world, wouldn't you say?
Yes, most definitely.
And they're very awesome.
And another good point is we also have animals that may be with us for a short period of time in our life to help us accomplish certain things that we're supposed to do, and the spirit animal oracle cards are good for getting to that information, as well as the animal tarot cards. So that's basically what I do. So thanks for asking.
Awesome. Okay. So what got you started doing this?
Well, I have been around animals pretty much all my life. I grew up on a farm in southeastern Polk County, and my dad always had livestock, both cows, pigs, and we always had a pony from the time I was 8, and we always had family dogs and cats. I became aware of this ability when I was about 8, 9 years old, but I didn't do much with it until about 5 years ago.
Now, you connect really well with horses, don't you?
Yes, I have 3 of my own horses. I'm a lifelong equestrian. I'm 60 years old at this time of recording, and I've been riding since I was 8 years old. So you could say I'm a lifelong equestrian of at least 50 years, 50 years, both as a child, teenager, and adult. And I've had a lot of different horses, and in fact, my husband learned to ride when we were dating, so I guess
it's awesome.
Yeah, so I guess I was a good influence on him. And
cool.
He rides with me now. So
super cool.
And he's older than I am, so how about that?
Yeah, all right. And you have a really amazing connection with the horses when you ride and stuff like that.
Yes. I have learned over the years that different horses coming into your life at different times as a rider, and each horse that I have had has helped me become a better rider as well as a better communicator. And in fact, one of my horses now that I have, his name's Crusader, he is a meditator. He will go out in the pasture away from the other 2 horses and meditate.
That is awesome.
So I call him my Zen horse. And he's an awesome horse to ride too. He's very sensitive.
Pretty grounded, huh?
Yes, very wise too.
Nice. Okay, so when did you start?
Well, I've been doing this for I'm starting my 5th year as a professional animal communicator. So basically I've been doing this, like I said, I'm starting my 5th year.
Okay, all right.
But before I started doing it professionally, I took some training, and while I was towards the end of my training, I started my business, and I've also done a lot of just over the years with my different animals, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing.
Well, and the really nice thing about you, Lois, one of the things I love is how willing you are to work with other psychics, to team up, and to really just get in there and help the animals and the people that need the help. That is awesome, you know?
My main mission in life is,
Sorry,
well,
allergies.
actually two main missions is to help people understand their animals and to serve both people and their animals, as well as keep animals out of shelters and sale barns because people didn't understand their dogs, cats, or horses.
Right, and that is incredibly sad when that happens.
Yes, and so in order to do that, you have to be willing to work with other professionals, and I frequently find that it's not just one particular reason. There's a multitude of reasons, and sometimes it takes a team.
That's very true. That is very true with anything in this field.
Yes.
Or in life, actually, in general.
Yes.
Now, what would you say keeps you going? What keeps you doing what you do?
When I can make a difference either in a person's life, if they are grieving over the loss of an animal, or if I can make a difference in the animal's life by helping them being understood by their humans.
Awesome. Okay. Very service oriented.
Yes.
Lois is a Virgo, by the way, guys, and she is awesome about it. So now.
And my parents role modeled that at a young age. My dad was always letting other farmers borrow his equipment, and my mom always gave massive grocery sacks, back in the days when grocery sacks were still paper before they became plastic, grocery sacks of garden vegetables away to people. So that was instilled in me in the early age of helping people.
That is some quality personage right there. So now, best client story. I know you probably had quite a few, but best one, if you can think of it. If not, it's okay.
Well, I'd have to say the best client story I'm going to tell is one at the monthly psychic fairs that you have here at the shop.
Okay.
I had a group of people come in and they wanted a reading on a dog that they were having some challenges with, some other animals in their home. And when I explained the information that I got from the animal, the one person goes, I knew it. He thought he was so much better than the rest of us, and that just proves it. So that was pretty amazing that I was able to confirm what they already knew and gave them confidence to accept that, as well as give some suggestions on how they could help him get along better with the other animals in the home.
Perfect.
And what people don't realize is that animals have personalities just like we do, and we all have to learn how to get along with each other, whether it's human, animal, or a mixture of the two. And when problems come up, it's because we don't understand what's going on and we don't understand how much our stuff affects the animals, and vice versa. So there's a real interconnection there, especially if your animals live indoors with people, like what the vast majority of pets do today.
Very true, and I found that with children as well as other humans. Miscommunications and taking on people's stress without realizing it.
Yes.
So that is awesome.
Very true. Very true.
Now, craziest story with the client.
Craziest story?
Craziest.
Oh,
you don't have to tell any names, and it doesn't have to be bad.
I won't.
But
and this wasn't from a fair here. This was private, because I also do private phone readings. It was a phone reading that I did a couple of years back. This lady couldn't understand why her dog was barking into thin air.
Okay.
Well, I connected with the dog, and it turns out that the dog was seeing spirits.
Right.
And the dog was barking at the spirits, telling them to get out of his home.
Yeah.
So he really did see something, but the human didn't see it. And so once I explained that to her, to the client, she said, well, that makes a lot of sense. I just didn't think about that.
Right.
So that's probably my craziest story.
Okay.
Or one of them. That and the fact that my one horse meditates.
Right?
That's probably pretty crazy too.
Your horse is doing better than me at this point.
Well, I meditate in the morning before I get up. Otherwise, get up out of bed. Otherwise, it wouldn't get done. So,
Actually, that's a good tip.
yes.
Now, I want you to put out there your phone number for contact, website if you have one, email, all that fun stuff, and are you available for private parties?
Okay.
Or to come out to like horse farms and stuff like that?
Yes. My main phone number, my business phone is 515-729-9146. My cell phone, and this is where you can text me on my cell phone, is 515-249-8962. My website is www.loisDewaard, DEWAARD.com, and that is all lowercase, all one word. And I have a Facebook page. It's Lois DeWaard Animal Communicator and Whisperer.
Okay.
And yes, I do phone consultations. I will also do a Zoom or Skype.
Okay.
I have that capability to do that from my home. I'm also available for private parties if you want to do animal communication or animal tarot card readings, as well as I do home visits in the Des Moines metro area, Polk, Warren, Dallas counties.
Okay.
And what was the other question you asked me?
Going out to like horse stables
yes.
and things like that.
Yes, I am available to go out to like horse barns, stables, and within the 3-county area, Polk, Warren, Dallas. Anything other than that can be done with special arrangement and extra travel fees.
And it's always good to book an appointment with you, right?
Yes, I am in the process of getting my website more automated, so that will be coming later on this year. The easiest way, if you do currently want to schedule an appointment with me, is to go to my website and fill out a contact form.
Okay.
And let me know whether you want a phone visit or, phone session or home visit, because I have different days of the week in my schedule, so I know which scheduling link to my calendar to send you.
Perfect. Okay, and is there anything else you'd like to tell people? Any messages, anything like that?
Just that we all have the ability to communicate and use our intuition, and that it is something that we were born with, and just as an adult, as a child, it usually gets socialized out of us by the time we're 3, unless you have parents or other adults in your life that encourage you to communicate both intuitively as well as verbally.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of animals have a lot of wisdom for us, and we can learn a lot from them if we're just willing to listen. And finally, you're not crazy if you believe that animals can talk, because they can talk to us so many different ways, whether it's intuitively, through their body language, their tail, their ears, the noises that they make.
Okay.
So I guess that's about it, unless you have any other questions for me.
No,
I think I
ma'am.
pretty much covered it. So thank you for the opportunity to share the information, and I'm looking forward to meeting you at the
March Fair.
the March Fair.
Des Moines New Age and Psychic Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sitting down with us today, Lois. I appreciate you taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye, guys, for now. Toodles!
Bye.